And in closed reading, many of us always tell our students what the reading is about instead of framing questions that can enable them to actually begin their cognition of what they're reading on their own frame of reference.
You bring up a bunch of great points, and a couple of things I want to focus on is, first of all, the idea of students are often reading for plot, and they get stuck in that, and adults do that as well. We get stuck on the plot, and that's where a lot of the enjoyment goes, and you kind of can look at it and compare it to if you're watching a sitcom or a Hollywood blockbuster versus watching a really thoughtful television show or an independent film that may have just a lot more depth to it. So a lot of our students are reading books or text to just what happened, and they're going through it quickly to they want to know what happens, they want to follow the story, or if it's a nonfiction article, they want to know basically what it's about, and they're not digging deeper into understanding the structure and all of the things that make up a text and the depth of the text, and again going a mile deep rather than an inch deep. But then the other part of that is sometimes when students are doing it, we're actually doing it for them. And it comes back to this idea of really who's doing the work in our classrooms. And way too often in reading classrooms, the reading teacher is actually doing more work than the student. And we have a saying in our school, and it's a saying that's been around for a while, but whoever's doing the work is doing the learning. And too often the teachers are doing the work and the students aren't doing enough learning.
I would definitely concur with that. One thing we know about close reading is we want to make sure that we are providing some endurance techniques for them. When the student has eyes on text, a great suggestion is to put numbers next to the lines of text so that as you're asking questions, the student would directly refer back into the text based on the line conjecture, and they would also be able to make decisions about what the author was saying. You put them back into the text, not a matter of the I think or I feel type questions, because then you're going to develop that higher order questioning skill with that in mind.